Hi Libra, welcome back to your full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus for November 8th, 2022. This is a 2 to 4 week period, but with a lunar eclipse it could go as long as 6 months. So I hope you can remember this reading. It's going to last a while, possibly. Anyway, what is the full moon closing out for us? Full moons close out cycles, and it looks like you may be dealing with a Queen of Cups. My first initial feeling was that you were receiving maybe some advice that doesn't really suit you or you don't really want to hear. But I also have the feeling that you could be very much dealing with a Queen of Cups, which is my Scorpio card, or you could be this energy, which is somebody who's very contemplative. They have very good intuition and psychic abilities, maybe not as much as Cancer or Pisces, but their intuition is very spot on. But I do feel this both of the people in each of the cards have they're contemplating. And on an emotional level, because we are dealing with water. So the Queen of Cups can be telling you that perhaps things are not satisfactory for you at the moment. But if you notice, these cups are empty. And from out of the blue, you are being alerted to the fact that it's up to you to fill the cups with what you want. So if you are feeling disgruntled or disappointed, even bored, because this can be a boredom card, the idea here is to take these empty cups and fill them with your own emotion. What do you want? What do you want to put in there? And you can't even be contemplating that at the moment. She's very focused on the cup, on the. It could be spiritual. The chalice is highly decorative, and something you would see, I think, in a big cathedral. So it's not small potatoes, but there's a very contemplative energy here. Let's have a look and see and get a clarifying card for this. I think for a lot of people this is a difficult eclipse. The Nine of Swords for me always has the planets involved. Normally she's under a blanket with the symbols and signs of the planets and the zodiac. And so for me that has a really big indication that whatever's happening in the sky is having quite a deep effect on your psyche. And I do feel like at this moment you could be very unhappy, or somebody around you could be very unhappy on an emotional and a psychological level. However, with the Nine of Swords, that card is always telling you that there is help around if you can quiet the mind. And so both of these people are in repose. They are both, this is even somewhat of a meditative pose, and she is certainly meditating on the chalice. So meditation would be, it would be helpful if you can. But in any case, it is asking you to quiet your mind, because the mind is making a lot of thoughts that may or may not be real. And indeed, with the Nine of Swords, it's a thought that's gotten out of hand. And now the mind is just making up all kinds of stories and things that, like I said, may or may not be real. But in your mind, they're playing out and they feel very real. So I do feel like, again, if this can be you, or it can be a Queen of Cups, it can be somebody around you. How you are reacting to this, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is a good, healthy physical body, a good, healthy work ethic, a good wallet, a nice, healthy wallet, and you're putting a lot of energy behind your craft with this card. And it's something that comes. I don't know if it comes easy now. I mean, you've built a work ethic, and so now you can just get on with your work. And so it seems to me like any kind of emotional or mental situation, you take yourself out of it by working. And you may be working overtime with the Eight of Pentacles, but you don't mind because it's work that you like to do, and it's work that sort of comes easy for you now. You know, you've become very proficient in what you're doing. And with the High Priestess there, I do feel like there are things going on behind the scenes that you may or may not be aware of. And you may be working also behind the scenes, and that's what I mean by you may be aware of yourself working behind the scenes. Or there are things going on that you are unaware of. Again, this is another card of a strong intuition and psychic ability with this card. But I also feel like it's trying to maintain a middle path. We're in between things. We're in between those pillars. And we're in between then the two polarities and trying to maintain equilibrium. And I think that's what this Eight of Pentacles does for you. It working on a physical level helps you to get out of your head. And again, even if it's somebody else doing it, you may, having the emotional situation, you may be the person to say, well, let's get out, let's do something, let's work on this, let's get our creative energy flowing. It's that kind of energy. I do want to pull another card for this just to look and see. The Three of Swords. So another mental card, another feeling of being separate or separated from someone or something. And so we just throw ourselves into work. And in the meantime, with the High Priestess, we may be physically busy, but that emotional and mental thing is still going on behind the scenes. So we are giving the appearance of, I'm out there, I'm working, I'm doing my thing. In the meantime, there's some churning going on an internal level. Being in nature would help you immensely. Also, the Empress card, so as a result, we have the Empress card and the Eight of Wands. And the Empress card is nature, and it's seeing yourself as part of nature, being in nature. You're not a part of it, you're not separate from it. You are nature, you are a part of nature. Now, you could be dealing with a mother figure and who may be causing some stress or emotional stress, or you could be the mother figure that is having this emotional stress. But the Empress is definitely a mother energy, a motherly energy. And maybe you need your mother at this time to help you. You have two eights here, so there is a lot of energy being put in behind this motherly energy. Having said that, all of this is telling me that if you were to be more in nature, to see yourself in nature and understand that you are part of nature and abundant, you don't feel this Three of Swords anymore. You feel connected. I mean, put your feet on the grass and you become part of that grass. You become part of the earth. You really become connected. With the Eight of Wands, I think that ideas and your passions go forward. And if that was a worry for you, you shouldn't. There's abundance behind the work that you do, the ideas that you have. Things may be up in the air at the moment, but they're focused, and eventually at least some of them will land where you want them to. And I think that's a really good indication. Now remember that lunar eclipses you can feel the effect of lunar eclipses up to 6 months. And with that Empress card, I mean, we really are looking at harvest, so that can be the end of the 6 months, and I think that you'll be working really hard up until that point, or working steadily, I want to say, with the Eight of Pentacles. Not necessarily really hard, but steadily. And you'll get a lot accomplished, and you will receive abundance through this, and you will feel more connected. The Empress is a major arcana, as well as the High Priestess, and that's 2 and 3. So for me, it really does have this creative energy that you have that really works in your favor. I want to pull another one for this, get another clarification. You have the King of Swords. So, interesting enough, a lot of people are getting this card. And for me, this is really kind of about taking your emotion back a few steps and thinking more logically. And if this does have something to do with your work, the King of Swords is always somebody who's a little bit... I would say they wonder a lot about whether they're doing the right thing in the right situation, in the right... they wonder if they're in the right position. I think they question that a lot. And maybe that's something that you're thinking about as well. But they continue on. They move on. Even with this energy, they continue on with what they're doing in hopes that... that it is the right thing, the right situation where they should be. This could also be somebody who is helping you find some clarity. And if it is a legal situation, chances are the situation will turn out in your favor. But it is asking you to have an even mental keel where this is going. And with these two cards, it seems like that will be the outcome. You'll kind of go through this phase, but the outcome will be that you will sort of separate yourself from your emotion and kind of just get on with things, plug into nature, and see this thing through. Spirit wants you to know, Four of Pentacles, what you're doing here is you are creating a firm foundation for whatever it is that you're trying to build up. And it does feel like there's this energy of, I'm not sure I want to do this. Is it going to work out? Is it not going to work out? And it's these thoughts that go over and over and over in our heads. But the Four of Pentacles can be a couple of different things. It can be that you are holding on too tight, but this is always about foundation. Four is about foundation. And so maybe you're holding on for a stronger foundation. Let's just look. Seven of Pentacles. I do feel like the things here are very earthly related, so finances and health in this situation. And I do feel like you are at a point where you can reassess situations and decide how you want to go further. And I think that's exactly what you're going to do. And then it seems like all systems are go. And it's just a time where you get to sort of wait for your fruits to ripen. And with the quality of the Seven of Pentacles, it is how you're waiting that will determine a lot of things. And so in this case, the wait is emotional and difficult. But here we kind of find our balance again and just move forward, plug on. And with the Eight of Pentacles, again, I feel like it's really about I'll get my work on and I'll deal with things as they come. Okay. That's what I have for you, Libra. I hope this has been helpful. If it is, please like, share, subscribe. It really helps. It's a nice exchange of energy, and it's very much appreciated. Until next week, take care.